Hi, this is Fidemaster Ingvar from Iceland. Welcome to my channel, Sibit. And I'm going to show you another miniature I played on Lead Chess, 3-minute game. And well, I'm tooting my own horn a little bit, but there are also some ideas that you can learn from. And I like to collect these games, also for myself, just to put them in a playlist and, games that I enjoy. Because you play so many games and you want to keep the ones that are memorable for you, and especially when you look at them later, it's really nice. But this one had some, I thought, cool ideas. So I had the white pieces. My opponent was rated 21-33. We played the English, King's English with G3 on move 2. And he played this unusual bishop to B4, sort of into mid-air, but okay, I can kick it right away, which makes sense, but I just played bishop g2, and after knight e7, which is a bit unusual, why not put it on f6, I played a3. So okay, bishop b4 in some cases, okay, you're preventing knight c3 and me moving the d-pawn, but I think moving it to b4 doesn't make sense until I commit to knight c3. So now the bishop has to go back to d6, otherwise I could go here. We have a simple Noah's Ark trap with b4 and c5 winning the bishop. So bishop to d6 is forced, and now I went b4 because why not? Threatening c5. This is a little bit awkward, so he has to play c6. c5 is too anti-positional, and now I thought, I mean, in general you want to trade your c pawn for a d pawn, so I thought I would make his development a bit more tricky with c5, bishop to c7. And now get on with mine. This bishop goes on this long and juicy diagonal. He castled. I develop. Here his pawn. He has to deal with it. He could play d6, but then he's moving his bishop yet again. Pawn takes, bishop takes. Well, bishop takes hangs the pawn, so he can't really do that. So he has to play f6 or knight g6. So he went for knight g6. And now, usually a usual pattern. In general, the knight is useless against the pawn on g3 because it's already covering the squares, but you can also kick it, which I did. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. So h4. Threatening to kick the knight and take the pawn. He elected to play f6. Maybe he should have played h5 himself, but that's also very dangerous because you're weakening your king's position. So he went with f6, which, well, incidentally also weakens the king's position. And here I should have just kept on pouncing. Push Harry, h5 and h6, and he has to weaken his structure with g6, and then, this becomes a very good piece. But I went with queen b3. I thought I saw the weakness on this diagonal, and I got attracted to an idea. And once again, I linked to the pattern recognition. There was one game where I won, and I played here knight h4. So if this knight is not here, that's the pattern I was looking for. Then knight g6 is checkmate. But this knight is putting a spanner in the works, so to say. It will stop me from checkmating. So black finally got on with trying to get his queen side out. These horrible pieces here. d5 to open things up. Of course I take, otherwise he has a strong center. So I trade the c pawn for a d pawn, which is advantageous to white in general. He takes with the queen. And here I went for knight g6. Because here I saw the outline of the idea I wanted to execute. I saw that, okay, he takes with a knight and he can block the position here. But I thought queen e3, and it's very dangerous because I have some chances to land on this diagonal again, as you'll see. And right now I'm trying to take on h6, queen takes, and then queen h7 mate. Which is a mating pattern I haven't covered, and I can't remember the name. I'll check if Salmon has done a video on it. Could be Max Lange attack or something, Max Lange mate or something. Can't remember it. Okay, either way, it's a well-known mating pattern. So queen e7. So now if I take on h6, maybe we'll have a quick look-see. The queen is of course covering h7, so this is not working. The king will come here. I need something on this diagonal, but even then he can interpose, so it's not happening. It turns out, however, that he could have played bishop b6, because when I take on h6, he doesn't have to recapture. He can go king g8. That would have been the best move. And then we have a complicated position. So fortunately he played queen e7, and here I managed to execute a nice idea. I played knight c3. And the idea, I wouldn't say it's simple, you have to know the patterns, but okay, he played bishop f5, and now what was my idea? It could be that we can switch move orders, but I went with knight to d5. This is a really nice move. Now he should not take it, but either way, if he doesn't place queen d7, which is the best move, I will have a very good position. Instead he took on d5, but that plays directly into my plan, and now I can take on h6, and this is what happened. So the game ended with g takes h6, queen takes, king g8, and bishop takes d5. This was my idea with knight c3 to decoy. Use it as a decoy to get my bishop on this key diagonal using this mating pattern. And now he has to interpose something. And let's get the variation color. If here I take, he can't take because of this mate. And the other interposition, it's not pinned, so he has to move, and we have mate. So maybe he can give up the, no, the queen is immediately mate, so. But the key line which I had to see was actually here. If it goes king g8, it's a bit trickier. Then we take on d5. Okay, queen e6 is immediately losing, but bishop e6 is the key variation. This I had to have seen because I've sacrificed a piece. I must do something. If I take and then just come back, I might have something, but it's tricky. But I have a win on the spot here. Can you see it? Can you dig it? Well, if I could put the queen immediately on the h file, it would be obvious, but I can still execute the idea. I play rook h8, he has to take, and now, funnily enough, he can't stop me from coming to the h file, because I have two ways. So if you stop the h4 square, I come back to h1. Thought it was a beautiful idea, this double way to go to the h file. And now he can only interpose once, and then we give mate on b7. So I thought this was a pretty nice game with some interesting ideas that hopefully you can add to your arsenal of attacking ideas, and hopefully use in your games. If you manage to do that, drop me a line and we'll have a look at it. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.